Thanks for staying with us. Up next is newspaper review.
All right, Chukwudi Okoli is here with us. Chukwudi, good morning to you.
Good morning, this cold morning. How are you doing?
My man
It's not cold at my end.
I like the way you arrange clothes on you. Very neat. Victor, how are you?
Well, I could be better, but I'm fine.
I know.
Finally, I'm feeling fine.
One day at a time, okay? It will get better.
Yeah,
It depends on how you think.
I'm still in the process of getting drunk on that hope.
I'm patient, by the way. Many thanks, Chukwudi. I think this is the first time you're complimenting my outfit. I never knew you had that in your mind. But thank you for saying it out. So
it's
you've
okay.
been admiring me.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's look at the papers quickly now. The papers this morning, we'll begin with This Nigeria. And the lead story is on the Port Harcourt refinery. Caption, Nigerians excited as Port Harcourt refinery roars to life. The riders' trucks lift refined crude kerosene amid hope fuel price may crash. Tinubu orders NNPCL on reactivation of Warri Kaduna refineries. Just beside the masthead, again, CBN tightens monetary policy, hikes interest rates to 27.5%. Below the lead story on This Nigeria this morning, we have teach local languages in schools. Reps urge. Below that, demand notice on payment of CFO bills in FCT is also right here. And then we have 80.2 billion naira alleged fraud. Finally, EFCC arrests, detains ex-Kogi governor Bello. All right, so that's the much we can take from This Nigeria. Let's see what the People's Daily is offering. The People's Daily leads with the refinery issue, of course, and it says Tinubu directs NNPC to reactivate Warri Kaduna refineries after return of Port Harcourt to supplies. Above that, ASUB threatens to shut down institutions over unresolved demands. Beside that headline, just below the masthead of the People's Daily this morning, we have reps ask Tinubu to provide data on housing deficit, improve access to affordable housing. Quick look away from that. Let's see other stories right here. CBN hikes interest rate, of course, that's on all the dailies this morning, 27.5%, cites surge in inflation. And reps urge federal government to provide adequate security for power transmission towers nationwide. And then on the whereabouts of the president, Tinubu jets out on 3-day visits to France today. All right, finally this morning we have 200 trucks to load products daily from Port Harcourt refinery. That's according to the presidency, and that's on page 18 of the People's Daily. Victor.
All right, thank you, Henry. I have the Daily Trust here with me, and it leads with the story, petrol price may drop as Port Harcourt refinery resumes operation. And that story is continued on page 4. And then you have the picture story detailing that event. And just above that story, you have a triple. Lack of unity, Nigeria's greatest problem. That's according to Jonathan, page 12. Nigeria needs more taxpayers, not new taxes. FIRS boss, page 19. 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC detains Yahaya Bello to arraign him. Page 4. And at the bottom strip, Nigeria loses $1.1 billion to malaria annually. And that's according to the federal government, page 5. 5 people returning from burial die in boat mishap. Page 16. I think that refers to the Baramatu incident. And finally, terrorists, logistics suppliers frustrating counter-insurgency war. Page 3. And I dare say if the logistics supplier is frustrating the counter-insurgency, that's where intelligence comes in to counter that. Chukode.
You fight terrorists, bandits on all fronts. You come from whatever.
Yeah.
It's become hybrid. War really has become hybrid these days. The Ukraine-Russia thing is a very good example of how wars are being fought now. The only problem with the Nigerian situation is that it is not a conventional war. It's asymmetrical in the sense that two forces are not meeting at the on the battlefield. But whatever happens, take those boys down because they are
Intelligence.
not intelligence.
Because if you look at
sure.
the successes of Israel, for instance,
Uh-huh,
it is tied to
Of course,
intelligence.
Israel just planted people in Hamas territory, in Hezbollah territory, then started wreaking havoc on them. So you don't sleep one wink. If you know there's an enemy without, you must be vigilant all the time. Anyway, I am interested in this budget that is presented by the Enugu State Governor. He is saying that recurrent expenditure has crashed to 14%, meaning that capital, which is the elixir, which is the growth magic wand in any economy, capital expenditure is going to get a lot of attention. I think he should extend notes to other governors. I don't know. I've not read the details of the story, but crashing recurrent to 14%. I'm interested. You know.
And then you should also wait for when the budget is implemented beyond the papers.
Why you journalists? You're a bit cynical. You know?
Because I think what she's
wait.
talking
I didn't come here to lecture anybody because I have learned so much from you. But journalists are not cynical. It is your job to get them to get the budget well implemented. It's not for you to say they go tip the money. No. You don't do that.
No, but I don't think so.
Nobody
You know
has
that
said
implementation
Nobody has said that.
Yes.
You are saying that on paper what he has presented
Yes.
is looking good.
Good.
So we're saying we hope that it looks good with the implementation too.
Go
That's
and
it.
make sure he implements well. That's your job. I'm not joking about it. You know,
the
you
funds
guys are
have to be
brilliant
available
people, so-
too.
But is
for
it the
implementation to be
governor
done.
that would implement it in total? What about other people that are involved in all of this?
Now, what about funding? Do you ever get 100% funding for
It
budgets?
is the job of the governor to make sure that a well-intentioned budget gets properly executed. There are no issues at all about that.
He's
If it
the
does not
CEO.
work, the governor takes the blame at the end of the day.
If it works, it takes the credit.
Fine. It goes both ways. Then a bit regional now, sub-regional now. Mohammed Idris Derby Idno, just like his father, has gone to the battlefront to confront Boko Haram. And there's not just Boko Haram there. There's, okay, fine, Boko Haram. And he's saying that the attacks on Buhana Barkhan would not happen again. When a president goes to war, for crying out loud, well, let's pray that what's happening in Chad is not clashes between clans in the name of Boko Haram and all that, because those are the things that actually label conflicts in Africa. If you check properly, you'll find out that one clan is fighting one clan, and so the trouble never ever ends. But let me not talk too...
Talking about trouble ending, I'm
authoritatively.
surprised you're not starting with the lead story on all the papers this morning, which is the
Harcourt.
trouble with our refineries, which has ended or is...
Maybe I'm talking away in shame, because yesterday I was glibly describing obsolescence and obsolete. I didn't know that a Port Harcourt refinery was on the verge of churning out products. So I'm tactically running away from my goof yesterday. This time around, they didn't announce anything. You know, smart guys, because they have been arranging and disarranging and all that. But I want to say for dear country, this is wonderful.
Fantastic.
You see, when you have so many of them on the field of play, price crashes. That is it. I'm not one of those who say that when anything rises in Nigeria, it never comes down. No, that's not true. Petrol was 150 just a month ago. It went to 130, 130 to 120. Now some of them are selling 1,110. Please, when I say 120, add the 1,000 before each of them. So things really go down in Nigeria. You know, I keep on saying, oh, you're laughing at my...
Did you notice that?
You're laughing at my optimistic journalism.
Did you notice that fuel stations, you know, the stands they have
Yes.
that indicates the price?
Yes.
They never thought that the price of petrol would get to 1,000. If you notice, most of them is just in hundreds. So now you see a 1 point. Did you notice that?
Exactly. You got it too. You know, it's a devilish
So we are like
you know,
never before, right?
it's a devilish
So I
expectation.
understand when you say 120.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
what they write there. 110, 120 to lure helpless.
At some point, I thought you were trying to, because you are talking so much about coming down. So I thought you were trying to drive it down by mere words.
Victor, this cynicism, I'm going to kick it out of you. You're a journalist. Get it done. If they don't do it, kick them. Give them a kick in the butt. Let them get it done. That's what they owe us.
Anyways,
CBN hikes interest rate to
I don't know.
27.5%.
I'm sorry, my economics.
This one doesn't seem to be going down. It keeps going up. It defies your logic.
Borrowing is put at great risk. In fact, it's harakiri now.
And then businesses,
You know?
small, medium businesses.
But there's a way they
have to
explain
suffer
it.
for it.
I'm not competent enough to explain what a high interest rate could do. But there's actually an explanation for it as well. It's not all bad news.
No, the high interest rate, the truth is, the higher the interest rate, the more you have to pay back, right? And if you look at the business you are doing, and then it's not going to give you anything, then you're not going to borrow. So you just do nothing.
I agree.
You do nothing. This is basic.
My journalism never ever gets to speculation. I'm going to read up a little piece and tell you.
But you don't have to read up about White Lion.
How? What?
About the White Lion.
What white lion?
Oh, you don't know about that?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
What's that?
Let's leave it at that.
Is that the gist? Is that the gist in town now?
Exactly.
Yaya Bello finally is in FCC custody, or has he been released?
He said he paid them a visit.
He paid them a visit, and they said, this visit is not one that is of very good faith, so we'll keep you a little, you know. Why, if he was going to turn himself in, why all the theatricals before now? You know, I don't think it was really in his, favor. It didn't speak well of him. But I'm happy they're talking now. And let justice be done. I think that's the best we can do in that regard.
Right. So
we have to go on the papers. Or rather, we have to let Chukudi go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It
so
was,
much, too.
Nice to have you again.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I hope you get a cup of coffee.
You guys throw
on your
cynicism
way out.
away and get them to do what they say they're going to do for the people. That's your job.
We'll try.
All right. Good Morning Nigeria returns after this time out. Please don't go away.